Federal appeals court upholds law that could ban TikTok, say platform could be unavailable in U.S. Oh no, right? We've been watching this since April, people, and hey, now it's here again. And like I said in other videos, you know they do things by numbers, right? And because we have a global system, don't believe the hype. It's being engineered for a purpose. What is that purpose? Will it be consolidated? Will Trump save it? Will Elon Musk buy it? Will China sell it to someone else? And then boom, it's all clear to stay in the United States? What would happen? Inquiring minds want to know. The DC Circuit voted to uphold the ban, citing national security threats and the collective of data from TikTok users. Yeah, doggy. Here the government acted slowly to protect that freedom from a foreign adversary nation and to limit that adversary ability to gather data on people in the United States. Now, this is put out by Senior Judge Douglas Ginsburg. My take has always been, ever since I did more and more study about the computers and what's coming down, it's just a data grab. You heard me. It's a data grab. Whether it's entertainment or information, it's a data grab on us. And maybe the monster has got his fill, now it needs to burp. That's just the way I see it. It's a data generated way of grabbing our information. And look, even the poorest are poor. Even the illegals got cell phones, okay? So to me, the plan has always been to get at least the majority of the world acclimated into some type of data grab. And TikTok is one way of doing it. Tell me what you think. A panel of 3 federal appeals court judges ruled unanimously Friday to uphold a law that could potentially ban TikTok in the United States. The legislation passed in April by Congress and signed into law by President Smoking Joe Biden requires TikTok's Chinese owner, ByteDance, to sell it to an American owner by January 19, 2025, or face an effective ban. You know, I'm reading this and I'm wondering, I wonder if there's a connection between that and Hunter Biden being pardoned. He was in China, right? I said he was in China, right? I mean, the thought just went there like, okay, if we pardon my son, allegedly, then he won't tell what he knows, allegedly, about me or China, anybody else overseas. Just a thought. I'm just looking at the rhythm and the timing of it, right? What, less than a week after the pardon? Now, come on, man. I'm just thinking. Maybe I'm thinking too much. So, in a majority opinion, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit said, we recognize that this decision has significant implications for TikTok and its users. If the platform does not divert, the court said it will effectively be unavailable in the United States, at least for a time. Consequently, TikTok's millions of users will need to find alternative media of communication, the opinion continued. That's hurting a lot of folks' money. You know it. That's going to hurt a lot of folks' money, baby. The Supreme Court has an established historical record of protecting America's rights to free speech, blah, 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 skippy, boom, boom, boom. Now, let's get some response here to some experts. How about that? Here we go.
What if you have TikTok on your phone already? Come January 19th, can you still use it? Will it work? Do you have to delete it, or don't we know?
So come January 19th, TikTok would not disappear off your phone if you have it already. How the law works is that it is enforced against the app stores. So companies like Google and Apple will face, potentially billion-dollar fines if they don't take TikTok off its platform. What that means for you, though, is that if you already have TikTok on your phone, it'll still work, and it's expected to continue for you to work for the next, couple months probably. But new users won't be able to download the app, and eventually it won't be able to update, which will kind of doom the app to a slow death.
Guys, do something special.
Now, you know they don't want that, right? Y'all know they don't want that.
John, I wanted to ask too. So it seems like this is just for, new downloads, users.
I mean, think of it like this. I mean, you build a company, take 8 years to build one of the biggest companies on earth. And now you just throw it out? I don't see it happening. I see something, I'm not saying the whole thing, I'm just saying America. And you know what? Let's put it in context. If you can do this to TikTok, you can say that about any social media when it comes down to information. Think about it. Pick your poison. I mean, all this garbage on social media, it can be deemed as a threat. Some things, right? So if this goes through, all aboard. I'm just throwing it out there. 2025 will be an interesting year. Now let's look at this in terms of financial. TikTok ban law upheld by court. Meta platform. The question is, if the U.S. bans TikTok, China could retaliate and target Tesla and Apple. Deep waters. This is deep, y'all. Here we go.
And this, I think there's two paths. One is that China just basically folds, and it's a negotiating piece by saying they don't want to sell. I say China basically controls TikTok. It's a negotiating point. They say they don't want to sell. That negotiating piece is basically to scare lawmakers that their constituents would be disappointed if the app got banned. But at some point, if it's clear that they are going to get banned, they could fold and take the $100 billion and walk, the TikTok shareholders. But if not, it's going to come down to, if this does in fact get banned and they don't take the money, there's going to be some form of retaliation. The two obvious targets are Tesla and Apple.
In what way do you think the Chinese could exert, pressure on Tesla, they could do whatever to their factories. In terms of Apple, what would be the way you would be concerned about retaliation?
Because I only get a minute, I can't go any further, but look, baby, it could hurt those companies and some other ones because we're internationally. It's economic war at this point. You got the Mexico situation, the Canada situation, you got the border situation. Come on, it's all twined when you think about it. Illegals, Canada, illegals, Mexico, and it's not reported on a lot, but there's a lot of stories coming out about the Chinese coming over also as immigrants. And now you're talking about the tariffs too? Come on now, we got a whole lot going on in this bowl of soup, more than just alphabets here. So they could hurt Elon. They could hurt the U.S. in general. It's deep, y'all. Now check this out. They came into existence September 20th of 2016. Seemed like yesterday. That's when TikTok, and they're owned by ByteDance. That's when they came into existence. When you take 9/20 of 2016, 9/20/2016, subtracted from the day that they got to get it together, 1/19/2025, the difference is 8 years and 4 months. Come on, man. You knew it was going to be in the mix. Barack Obama was born August 4th. And that's the systems number of the new system coming in. The more I decode, the more I told you. I see the 44 and the 84. And it's right there. Right on the money, not a day short. Right? 9/2016 from this day. Oh, Joe not as slow as y'all think he is. 8 years and 4 months? Come on, man. Now check this out. This is when Joe put on his little hat back in the day. Started doing his Einstein formula. April 30th of 2024. President Biden signs law that includes provisions to ban TikTok from the United States. Basically told him, look, you can't operate here. Sell to somebody else. Because you can't operate it no more. Got to have somebody else operate it and buy it. Who got them kind of deep pockets? Enter Elon Musk. It just might come to, I'm playing, but it might come to that. Who knows? On April 24th, 2024, President Joe Biden signed into law emergency supplemental appropriations that among numerous measures included the Protection of Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Application Act. And like I said, this can be utilized in so many different ways, people. To me, to anybody's social media. That's the way I look at it. This now enact law is most widely known for its efforts to ban Chinese-owned TikTok and comes after prior attempts to address any potential national security concerns. Failed for more, so it just goes into the detail. The law makes it unlawful for an entity to distribute, maintain, or update, or enable the distribution, maintenance, or updating of a foreign adversary-controlled application by carrying out within the land or maritime borders of the United States. Any of the following. So yeah, gotta sell it. That's what they saying. I should have decoded this this here. I wonder if I could decode this 11850. See if there's something in there. Another day. But check this out. Here's Joe's last birthday. That is Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, the esteemed. The one who slept overseas the other day, went to sleep. Wake up, Joe. That's his birthday, 11/20 of 2024. And here's the day that China got to sell this thing, or get right, 1/19/2025. The difference is 8 weeks and 4 days. Come on, man. Another 84? Hey, look, I don't make the numbers up. I just know that that's Joe Biden's last birthday, 11/20. I know that's the day he said he got to get the act together, 1/19. The difference is 8 weeks and 4 days. Now the penny's short. Do y'all get the impression this thing is just fabricated? Why are they making this noise? What are they doing? Are they going to consolidate things in the future? Like I've been saying, hint, hint, for the one world system, the sun god Ra, But enter in. Dun, 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 dun. Can Donald Trump save TikTok? Boom! Isn't that something? This man all over the place. He in Israel. He said he gonna make it great again. Let's see what they got to say. The fate of ByteDance, owned by TikTok in the U.S., rests in the hands of the Supreme Court and Donald Trump, who has promised to, quote, save the app as a potential ban in the country next year looks more possible. He's into saving a lot of stuff, ain't he, lately? The U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit on Friday upheld a law requiring China's ByteDance to sell the short. Okay, we know about that, Pearson. I'm sorry. Let's go to his. TikTok's chief executive, I'm going to butcher this name, Shou Zhiqiu, has told staff he expected to pursue a legal appeal. If unsuccessful, the app could be banned in the U.S. for a day before Trump takes office, in a blow to the app's 170, I guess that million, right? American users and the creators and marketers that rely on the platform. It would then be up to the new president, ain't that something? To find a way to convince Congress to reverse the same law it passed with overwhelming bipartisan support this year, or find another avenue to do so himself. That's deep, y'all. Trump coming with a little juice in January? Really? That's deep, y'all. Can he do it? Do y'all want to say? I'm serious. Do y'all want to say? Hey, I saw something. Speaking of Asian situations here, we had South Korea.
Flights from Chicago to South
We
Korea.
had the South Korea president. Remember that? Yeah. Now, he didn't resign. He held on. Yeah. The South Korean president dismisses defense minister after failed martial law. Remember that? I did that video a couple of days ago. Did I ask the question, do you think it could happen here? Do you think something could tip off and it could happen here? Look, people, I'm asking the question because we got this law passed by Biden in relation to TikTok. We just had the situation go down with overseas.
No way. Listen up. Make sure.
Now, someone sent me this video, this brother here. We had a couple of scenarios here. I'm thinking outside the box. We have Joe created this bill going after TikTok. Okay? But now Trump might say today. But now, by the same token, we have a situation over here in South Korea. But yet, he was able to sustain himself. As you can see, it failed. He didn't get thrown out. Well, this guy called martial law. Well, if we have a situation that's critical, different subject, but still critical, not TikTok, but yet critical, name it. It could be weather, it could be finance, it could be chaos, it could be anything that they deem Congress. Do you really think Trump would, let's not even go that far. Biden or Kamala, if she gets up in there, or Trump, do you think the same thing happened over in South Korea could happen here? This gentleman here, Whitefield Harrington, haven't watched him in a while. Somebody sent me this video, what God showed me in 2021 about martial law in America now. In this video, he talks about a dream that God gave him back in 2021. He saw Mount Rushmore and the presidents in a row, including Biden and including Trump. And he says that the eye of Biden, one of the eyes, didn't look right. And then he said, after he got through seeing the row of presidents, he said he saw an army hat. You feel me? An army hat. And he said he has never talked about this dream. But he said since the situation happened in South Korea, he thought he'd bring it up now. And he wants us to pray. Makes sense. Pray for Joe Biden's health and pray for Trump because he does believe that they're after Trump's mind. What do you think? Have you heard of this gentleman here? Do you think that we could be thrown, and that's a good word, I think, thrown into a calamity of such? We got a lot of things brewing. You got the Middle East. You got some other skirmishes that I can't talk about. You got the economy. You got domestic issues here. You got Biden already talking about TikTok, saying that, look, the things are being allowed, could be a threat to America. We got a lot of coals in the fire. So yeah, check out this gentleman's video. I'm not gonna play it right now. At any point, I could just chip in there, but I won't. But that's the basis of it. He said he believes that God revealed to him in 2021, and he says the time is now for him to tell us that if we don't pray, we could well be en route to martial law. Now, the president from Korea, his was for 6 hours, the 6. For those of you all who don't know, please check out the video. I broke it down.
Patient.
You know, when I break things down, I break it down a different way. So please go and check out this video because it will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. I guarantee you, you'll never think the same. These are the dates in relation to what went down. The actual dates. But this brings the whole thing into perspective like you would never ever see. I promise. This martial law, South Korea, in relation to the song. Remember the song, "Bye Bye Miss American Pie"? You won't believe the alleged connection between this and that song. That's right. This man is the president of South Korea. He literally sang at the White House years ago, "Bye Bye Miss American Pie." And when you see how I break this thing down, I'm sure nobody else thought of it, because God gave it to me. God gave me the revelation. So I don't get a lot of hits, unfortunately. But if I had an algorithm that was blessing me, I'm sure this thing would have 100,000. But please watch this video, martial law, South Korea, and you'll have a perspective on martial law. It was only 6 hours, but I believe this was really in relation to us. You feel me? And that explains why he is not resigning. But Parliament went up against him. Will Congress go up against Trump or any president when it comes down to martial law? You got to think long term, people. But I'm longing for thy kingdom. I long for thy kingdom. All right, people. Thank you for everything. Don't forget, when you go to my site, French Shot Blue or French Shot's Gift, just click, I have a gift for you. It will cost you some money, though, but it's a beautiful gift. I have a poetry book. It has a few Christmas poems in there. Also, it has other beautiful poems. Buy it for you and or your friends or family for Christmas. It's called Protect the Gift, Promise of God. Go on Amazon Books and type in French Shot Pearson, Protect the Gift, or go to Amazon Books, type in French Shot Pearson. Okay, and my book should come up, or just type in Protect the Gift. God bless you and God keep you.